Elon Musk just destroyed this woke reporter and exposed exactly how they lie and manipulate people.
For the rest of Twitter.
So you see more hate speech personally?
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm
just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
you
don't.
can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like it.
But you
said actually, a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on a second.
my
You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's false.
No, what I claimed.
You just lied.
What I claimed was. There are many organizations that say that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my feed or not, I mean, right, and
literally
if you look at something
one.
like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK, they will say that. So
look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I've already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know there's hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Wow. What you just saw was a masterclass in how you basically call, woke reporters to the carpet on the lies that they spew, right? And if I'm doing a debate or if I'm having a dialogue or if I'm having a discussion, what I found is this, the best route to go isn't anger. The best route to go isn't getting all huffy and puffy or whatever. It's literally just to ask questions. The only thing Elon did during this entire humiliating exchange for that reporter, by the way, is just to ask questions. You're going to tell me that, quote unquote, people say, because people say so many things, you're going to tell me that people say there's so much hateful content on here. I would like for you to name an example of one piece of hateful content that you've seen. And of course, this person doesn't do this. So the way that the mainstream media sort of manipulates things, and what they do is they say, oh, well, some say that there's a rise in hateful content, and they use the some say or people say or activists say or whatever to basically prove their point, or to basically say what their point is without saying what the point is, if you catch my drift. So what these do is these people lie, these people manipulate, these people gaslight, and fundamentally the easiest way to call them out on this is just to simply ask questions. All Elon did was ask questions, and that guy did not know which way to go. He had been caught and he wanted to move on. Of course he wanted to move on because he'd been completely destroyed, demolished, and humiliated.